Hello guys, this is the Polyglot Programmer, and today we're going to talk about how to configure your Godot engine to use VS Code as your main text editor, main code editor with GDScript. And as you can see here, this is another project I have for today. I'm going to use the project that I use for my global signals tutorial, which you can find the link below if you want to know more about that. So let's get started, right? So the first thing you need to do, of course, is open your Godot editor, and you can see here that I already have 3 scripts on this project, and you're gonna go to editor, editor settings, and you're gonna find a guy here called text editor, right? And then you're gonna find external, and you can see here that I already have this configured because since this is the editor configurations, since I already have this configured for another project, this guy automatically picks up, right? And one thing that you need to do here is toggle this on because you want to use external editor. What this does is that when you double click on a script, instead of opening inside Godot, it's going to open VS Code for you. The exact path is the path for your VS Code, right? So you need to find that in your system. The way that I do it is that I just go in here, right click here, properties, and there you go. This is the path, right? So, and this guy is the exact flags. This is what Godot is going to use to pass on to the Godot VS Code plugin to tell exactly where to go. So this is basically parameters that is going to pass on to VS Code, so you can tell VS Code exactly where to go when you open the project. And there are a number of different configurations here that you can have, and I'm going to have the link down below for the documentation specifying different flags for different editors if you want to use a different editor. This is the one that you're supposed to use for VS Code, so this is the one that we're gonna stick to today, right? So once you do that, you can just close, and that's it. For Godot's sake, we're done. And now you need to go to your VS Code, right? And you need to open your project on VS Code now. So I already have it open, but if you don't, you just go to open VS Code, you go to file, you go open folder, you find your project. Like this is the one that I opened, and select folder, and you, that's it. And so the first thing you need to do here is that you need to install the Godot VS Code plugin, which I'm also going to have the link down below, but you can, the easiest way is just to go to extensions, you just type Godot, and this is the one that you're going to install, Godot-tools. You go in here and you type install. Of course, I already have this installed, but you're gonna just have to click the button and install. Once it is installed, you're gonna have to click in here. You're gonna have to click either in here to manage or in here, right? We can do this, and extension settings, and this will open this guy right here, right? And this is the configuration for the plugin, because what happens in here is that there are 2 types of functionalities here, right? When you use this, 2 types of support for this plugin, right? You have LSP and you have DAP. So LSP is language server protocol. So for Godot to understand what's going on with GDScript, it needs a language server, and the language server in this case is provided by Godot itself, right? And as you can see here, I'm connected to GDScript language server, and the way he knows how to connect is based on the configurations that are in here, right? So this is, as you can imagine, is the path to your Godot executable, right? And this is the LSP, as I mentioned, language server protocol, host IP. So you may have a situation where you have that running in another computer. Usually you have it running locally, right? Then here you have the port, which I'm going to tell you how to find it, but usually you're just going to use the default port, and the rest of the configurations you can just leave it as is. It's just they're like here how many attempts you can try, VS Code is going to try, cooldown time, some other configurations that you can use, but the gist of it is this, this, and this. And as you can see, it's connected. Once you do this, right? Once you do this, the thing that the other thing that you need to do is to configure your DAP, right? What the DAP in this case, the DAP is Debug Adaptive Protocol. So what DAP does is that is going to be used to integrate the debug functions between VS Code and Godot. So for example, when you add a breakpoint, it's going to sync up the breakpoints. When you have console messages or print messages, they're going to print on both, and so on and so forth. And the way you configure that, right, is that you're here in VS Code. The easiest way, not the fastest way, is you press F1, right, and then you're gonna type show, run, and debug, which mine was recently used, of course. You're gonna hit enter here, and you're gonna see this screen. In here, you're gonna click create launch JSON, and you're gonna choose GDScript Godot debug. Mine is suggested on top because I recently used, but yours might be in the middle of the list. Doesn't matter. Just click here, and there you go. It created a launch configuration. You don't need to change much here, but you can see that as soon as we created this guy changed. What's going to happen here is that from now on, if I hit F5 in here on VS Code, it's automatically going to run my game on debug mode using Godot, and you guys are going to see that in a minute, right? And the only thing that is missing here, as far as I understand, and based on the configurations that I saw on the Godot docs, is that you need to add another field in here, which is debug server, and you need to add the port. Which port, right? So to find the port, you're gonna have to go back to Godot, right? And you go to editor again. Yeah, sorry about that. Editor settings, and you're gonna find the network tab in here. Network, it's not this. This is one of them, as you can see here, 1.7.6007. This is what we have in here. But for the debug server, the computer is a bit slow. Sorry about that. This is the guy that you want: debug adapter and remote port 6006. Right? You come in here. 6006, and you're gonna save this guy, right? And since we're already on the network tab, this port right here, the port for the language server 6005, if you're in doubt, or even if you want to change that, the way you do it is that under network and language server, you have right here 6005. So that's the port that you're gonna use. So now, if I go back to my VS Code and I have this saved, I have this guy also saved, and now I'm here working on my game, happy, and if I hit F5, it's going to switch back to Godot and it's going to run my game. And again, sorry, my computer is a bit slow today. I don't know what's going on. It's just too much going on here. And there you go. It's running my game, and I can close it up, right? And it's back to, it goes back to my. Now, if I double click here on my script, and there you go, and it opened VS Code, and now you have full integration of text editor and debug functionality between Godot and VS Code. And again, sorry about my computer being a bit slow today. I think I have too many things running today. It's really hot where I am. But anyway, I don't wanna keep you guys for too long. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, if you like videos like this, if you want more videos. And I'll see you next time.